Thank you, Mrs. Madam Toastmaster. Scott, you kind of talk like a TED Talker. You have a great way of moving around and engaging people. That's awesome. And I don't know if it's natural for you or if you developed it over time, but I could see you on a stage as a TED Talker. I really could. So other people?
Here.
Because he knows what he's doing, he's just so comfortable with it. For this speech, the first thing is, how well did you explain the purpose of the report to the audience? And I wasn't really sure, I was unsure for at least the first 4 or 5 minutes what your purpose was. That was just me. I finally got it, but it wasn't really clear from the beginning. What we did know from the beginning is you're writing a book, or written a book, and there was something missing. You listen to some TED Talks and you figure out what was missing, the vulnerability and the safety issues, and then that leaders protect so that people are not vulnerable. But it really took me a while to figure out exactly what the purpose of the speech was. I don't know if other people felt the same way. It was organized very well. Again, the book, what was missing, and then you talked a lot about the chemicals, the cortisone, which is obviously a nasty little enzyme or whatever the heck it is. And then how a corporate culture is affected on a personal level and what we can do about it. So it was very well organized. Oftentimes things are organized by a timeline, and that's kind of a timeline what you did, because you started with, here I am with the book, and then I got the answer, and this is how I got the answer, and this is how we can improve on things. So it was a very good organization. Again, it would have been better to know what the purpose was clearer from the very beginning. But that may have been just me. The next thing is, did you use any visual aids? And thank you. He's using a visual aid right now, so you're going to do this. Now you're using a visual aid. But you did not use a visual aid for this speech. However, I don't think this speech really lent itself very well to a visual aid anyway. It just really didn't. Did you give enough information? Absolutely. You talked about the issues, corporate malfeasance of using shame as a motivator. Also cortisol and all those other big words, oxy something and serotonin, and how the cortisone shuts down the other good stuff. You had bad stuff, shutting down good stuff. I'm being very technical here. You had really good technical information. And you told us that 70% of employees are not engaged, which you know very well. So overall, a very good speech. Again, it would have been better to have had a bit more of an explanation from the very beginning so we knew where we were going. You were well prepared for the questions, and they were hard questions. But first of all, Reed started by challenging you. Like, did you do any research for this? And you said, absolutely you did, and you proved yourself. And then I asked about going from an individual to a corporate situation with my daughter, and then actually had a very personal situation where she is working. Great job, thank you.
That's the usual way you end your speech.
Yeah.
Thank you, our evaluators. Both did a very good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
You got a timeless report?
Yep.
Both evaluators had a plethora of things to say. Reed went overtime.
Yay! I'm so sorry.
Thomas went slightly overtime, but that's my fault.
Okay.
Because I
How did that
forgot to give him the yellow lights, and it went from green to red.
Well, it's over, that's fine.